What's up, Internet? My name is Matt. This is the Year of the Kilt, and it is week 45. And today is really special because it is the first of our reviews of the Ultimate Utility Kilt Showdown. Today I am reviewing the StumpTown Kilts piece that they sent me. They don't really have different models of kilts per se. Like, they have men's kilts, women's kilts, kids' kilts. Cool. But what they don't have is like a base model, a really severe model, a survival or sport model. Like, it's just like they make a kilt and they're focusing on one thing, and that's making one really good kilt. And you can tell, just plain and simple, they do a good job of it. So let's go over this. First, let me just sort of say, I'm not the kind of person that wears camo, okay? It's just not a thing for me, and yet, here we are. I've been wearing this kilt for 2 weeks, and I'm really impressed with it. So, the first thing you notice is it's a serious fabric. It's like the happiest medium I've ever seen between like Carhartt and denim. It's a heavy, durable fabric that's not coming apart. The stitching looks like single row stitching everywhere, but it is everywhere. Like, the bottom is done so that it's never, ever, ever coming apart. Each individual pleat is done so that it's never coming apart. And everywhere that there's a serious stress point, there's a rivet or something, a snap, so that this kilt, I mean, you have to literally destroy the fabric to get the kilt to come apart. It's got kind of a funky looking, to me, front apron. See if we can get this thing to focus. Good Lord, that takes a while. Sorry, we're using a nicer camera, which apparently has slow autofocus. The front apron is kind of a little bit of a wonky shape, but I found that, aside from how it looks, I really like how it acts. One of the things that I have a problem with kilts is that when you bend your knees, there's either not enough fabric to cover your junk, or there's so much fabric that you can't like pull it to cover your junk. And the great thing is that the interior apron comes all the way to the very edge, so you totally cover yourself side to side. There's plenty of fabric in these pleats to cover you no matter how you're moving. So really impressed with that. Excellent quality of fabric, and there's the right amount of it. I ranted and raved against the 511 kilt because there wasn't enough fabric on the interior apron to cover you when you're moving. I mean, if you're gonna wear, like in their tactical kilt video, whatever, they wear like, briefs or something underneath it, and if you're doing that, great. But for me, the whole point of the kilt is to not have to bother with that. So I want a kilt that has enough fabric hidden in the pleats and hidden on the interior apron to cover you when you're moving, when you're sitting, when you're just living your life. You shouldn't have to worry about being modest, because let's be honest, most of us don't care enough to worry about it, and then you end up with public indecency charges and jail time and registering for lists and things. So the StumpTown Kilt does a great job providing you with enough fabric. Okay, good. It's really sturdily put together with all the stitching, and like, just check this out. Bear with me for a second while I unsnap this thing. There are so many rivets on this kilt. These here, and here are stress points for the pleats and for the pocket system. But before we get to the pockets, let's talk about closure. See these? Get out of my way, pocket. These here are the snaps for the kilt closure system, and these here on the front apron are how you close it. And the thing I love about it so much that none of these other kilt companies have figured out yet is it's totally adjustable. You get like 6 inches of play. So when I was wearing this kilt for Thanksgiving, which was yesterday, and I got a little a little belly going on, got your little turkey belly going on, you just loosen the snaps, give yourself another inch, and keep eating. Because America, there's so much adjustability. You can come in, you can come out, and I'm pretty sure if you needed to, you could just add a couple of the snaps yourself. Like here, let's say you're getting on the skinny side, we'll be optimistic. You could add another snap here, or you could, remove this belt loop and add more snaps and keep it getting tighter or keep it getting fatter. And look at all these freaking snaps. It just goes forever. So I'm really, really impressed with that. The pocket system is also excellent on this kilt. Let me just turn this thing over. Okay. So we're looking at the kilt upside down. This is your front apron here, which makes this your left pocket. They have a couple different kinds of pockets from StumpTown Kilts. They sent me 2. The first thing that's great is that pockets have snaps like they're supposed to. You don't need Velcro in a pocket ever for any reason. They're the worst. The second thing you notice is that the pockets have enough fabric to get bigger. They're not like some pockets on some of these kilts you can't get into because the pocket isn't designed to increase in size. So it's really important to me that the pocket can do that because it means it can actually hold stuff. But the way that the pockets attach is great because it's based on like a MOLLE system? I'm not a military person. I don't really know if that's what it is, but it feels like MOLLE. So you could add all the pockets. And I'm sure that StumpTown will let you buy additional pockets rather than the couple that they give you. Or you can use them to put your keys here, or you can strap your knife there, or you can, wear it without pockets at all, and you've got these clever loops that some random woman can grab onto and rip the kilt off of you. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully you know the woman at least. She's bought you a drink, jeez. So really, really like the kilt or the pocket system here. And again, the attention to detail continues to the pockets. The stitching is excellent. The snaps are hardcore. You're not gonna like accidentally undo a snap. You gotta really mean it to get these things off, which is huge. There you go. So I have 2 different sizes of pockets. I got the big one, which I use as like, you got your sunglasses or whatever, your phone in here, and you've got your wallet or something in here. It's the bigger pocket. And then I have this little guy, which curiously has double the number of snaps on the front. And doesn't open quite as far, so it's kind of a tighter pocket used for holding smaller things. It happens to perfectly fit the wallet that I got in Ireland, my little Guinness wallet, so that's pretty much where I keep my wallet. It's got an extra snap for security, that kind of thing. Works great. And then I just hang my keys on one of the extra loops. Don't need to put them in a pocket, you just, like it was made to go there. The belt loops are solid, the kilt hangs the right way. I'm really impressed with this kilt. The only thing I don't like about this StumpTown kilt is the fact that it's camo. This is an older model that they sent me, and they assure me that the camo will fade enough with a few washes that I'll be able to like dye it. So that's what I'm going to try. Let's see, what else do I want to mention? I had a list, and then I managed to lose it. So, StumpTown Kilts, made in the US of A, which is important to some people and not to others. Killer pocket system, excellent closure system. It hangs right, it feels durable. They do send you washing instructions, which I'm kind of 2 minds. One, it's like, yeah, I guess it's good to know how a kilt should be washed and cared for. So they recommend that you wash it and then hang dry it, which is a pretty common recommendation. Of course, I avoid that recommendation because I don't have time to hang dry shit. I throw it in the dryer, and that's what I've done with this kilt. And so far, it hasn't exploded or done anything drastic. I can't be bothered with the whole, hang dry and stuff, whatever, especially in the winter. Summer, maybe, fine, okay. In the winter, not so much. They also have one of those sort of limited return policies where you can return the kilt if you haven't worn it beyond trying it on, and if you haven't washed it. This is important. Some companies, most companies who are making kilts say if you wash the kilt, you can't return it, which I think is honestly kind of silly. I don't, give me the extra customer service. You guys at StumpTown can repress the kilt if it doesn't fit me. Like, fucking deal with it. Go the extra mile. Admittedly, there's no way I'm sending this kilt back to them. It fits me perfectly. They do sizing based on jean size rather than some kilt companies, which likes to go on standard inches. The jean size makes it much easier to order because all of us own a pair of jeans or a pair of like regular pants. And it's like, oh, you wear a 30 size, then get this kilt. They also offer multiple drop lengths. I think it's like 21 and 24, I think. I have to check their website. Which is cool because a lot of companies are only doing the single drop length. So the drop, for those of you who don't know, is the length from here to the bottom. I like a 21 to 22 inch drop, which is what I have. It's a 21 drop, which fits me perfectly. It sits right on my waist, my hips, right where I want it to. Some companies only offer the 24, which means I end up wearing the damn thing at my belly button, which is like, whatever. It's okay since I do that with some of my standard kilts, my plaid kilts, but I prefer to wear a utility kilt around my hips, a little lower, where I wear my jeans. Overall, really impressed with the StumpTown kilts. I love the attention to detail. I love the fact, hold on, let me move shit around here. I love the fact that they embroider the interior of the apron. They've got the sizing here. It's all listed: machine wash, warm, tumble dry low, remove promptly. Their written instructions say to hang dry, but whatever. I love this. This little attention to detail is along with the endless stress point reinforcement, the heavy fabric. If this kilt wasn't camo, I would tell you to go out and buy one right now. Luckily, you can't even buy this pattern of camo on their website. They sent it to me because I'm asking for these kilts for free so that I can review them. I'm reviewing the style, the way that it fits, the way that it wears, the way that it behaves. And I'm not going to pay as much attention to the color on these kilts. Besides, I'm eventually going to try and dye this thing anyway. I'm probably going to go for like a gray or a brown. And I'm sure we'll make a different video about how that works or doesn't work later. Price point, this is a $195 kilt. You're getting into utility kilt territory at that pricing, but you're also getting serious quality. These guys are not messing around, and I can pretty comfortably say I would buy one of these kilts at the $195 price point. You're only going to have to buy it once, and it's going to last you probably the better part of a decade. And that's what you want in a kilt. Instead of spending $80 or $100 every year or 2 years, you want to buy one kilt and not have to fuck with it. So, and these guys are really cool. They're super chill about it. And I really like the company. I like dealing with them. And I really like the kilt. Especially with the closure system that gives you that 6 inches of adjustability. That is huge to me. I'll routinely, in a matter of a year, increase or decrease by 30 pounds in weight, and that gives me, especially after Thanksgiving, man, look at this belly. I got a big old belly going on, so I'm gonna need to do those snaps a little differently today than I did a week ago. So highly recommended the StumpTown kilt. The one that I would buy would probably be the gray kilt with the gunmetal snaps. That sounds super cool. But as it is, I have a camo one, and I'm going to keep it forever and ever, so highly recommended. Give them a check on their website and on Facebook. I'll link those down below. I'm pretty sure it's StumpTownKilts.com. Quality product, beautifully put together. They've got some great innovation going on. Highly recommended. Check it out. As a side note for all these reviews, let's just talk about how this works. I'm not being paid by these companies to review these kilts. No one's paying me anything. I offered each of these companies the opportunity to send me a kilt for free so that I could review it, wear it, thrash it, put it through what I have to put it through, and then put a review on my YouTube channel. That's it. That's full disclosure. That's all that's going on. That's all they get. Is whatever my totally subjective review is of their product. That's what you see. That's what they get. They don't, you know, they don't get to say, okay, make sure you mention A, B, and C, and make sure this. This is not an advertisement. This is just my review. So anyway, that's it. The StumpTown Kilts, highly recommended. Check them out. See what there is to see. $195. They're probably the most expensive kilt that I'm going to review, but they're definitely a really, really quality kilt. I will be back next week, which will be, what, 46? Jeez, going quick. And we'll probably talk about something that's not utility kilt related as much, and then the week after I'll have another kilt to review. So we're going to give every kilt 2 weeks to review. Until then, my name is Matt. This is the Year of the Kilt. Today's video was the StumpTown Kilts model. Definitely check it out. Give it a go. All right.